Canada is caught in a double trade war, and one premier is urging Ottawa to drop its fight against China? Hold on a second. Let's make some sense of this. Ladies and gents, welcome back. Before we get into this story, let's talk about the speaker series that's happening tonight. Actually, I'm heading on over to Victoria to the We Unify speaker series. Link will be in the description down below. If you can't make it to Victoria, you can watch it on their website with a virtual ticket. You can get your virtual tickets, and they're by donation. So come check this out. I'll be speaking with Dr. William Mackis and with Dr. Anna Kindy. She's also an MLA for the British Columbia government. It's going to be an interesting one. Go get your virtual tickets here, and they're by donation so you can choose the price that you'd like to pay. Link is in the description down below. But let's get into this story. Holy cow. They lied to us about COVID-19. They lied to us about the vaccine. They lied to us about immigration. They lied to us about drugs. They lied to us about the Freedom Convoy. But they're totally telling us the truth about President Trump's tariffs. Go Team Canada. Elbows up. Everyone, elbows up. Get those elbows up, and let's go pay exorbitant prices for everything. No, this is where we can make some sense of it. This meme is beautiful. It's a beautiful illustration of this. Change the name of tariff to carbon tax so Canadians won't be so upset. Another executive order by the President Donald Trump. Now, this one went out this morning. This is Donald Trump saying this. Despite the fact that Canada is charging the USA from 250% to 390% tariffs on many of our farm products, Ontario just announced a 25% surcharge on electricity, of all things. And you're not even allowed to do that because our tariffs are reciprocal. We will just get it all back on April 2nd. Canada is a tariff abuser and always has been. But the United States is not going to be subsidizing Canada any longer. We don't need your cars. We don't need your lumber. We don't need your energy. And very soon you will find that out. Make America great again in all caps and with exclamation marks for those that are just listening to the audio on this. Now, Donald Trump has expressed this a bunch recently, and this is him talking about the dairy products again.
In Canada, we find that they're charging us over 200% for dairy products. You know about that. And when I left, we had that well taken care of. But
yeah, you did have that taken care of, well, to an extent. But he wants to take care of it legitimately across the board now. Now, I've shown this before. Just to be clear, these are the tariffs that Canada imposed on the United States for years, even before Trump ran his first mandate. Dairy products, milk, 270%, cheese, 245%, butter, 298%, other agricultural products, chicken, 238%, sausage. Why sausage? I don't know. That's a really weird one. But 69%, barley seed. It goes on all the way to aluminum and steel. Canadians were upset about the steel, the 25% on steel, but it's steel and aluminum are much higher in Canada. These tariffs are across the board. Canada has been a protectionist economy for a long time, and Donald Trump is looking to alleviate that. Now, that being said, nobody wants to budge on any of this stuff on the Canadian side, and they don't want to really talk about this at any real capacity. This is Francois Legault when they were down in Washington trying to negotiate this stuff. This is what he had to say about the dairy lobby in Canada.
No, I just want to say a few words on dairy. In Quebec, we are against changing the management of the offer. The reason why we have that is to protect our regions.
Yeah, we know.
All right? So we don't give any subsidies to milk producer. So the only thing we do is we manage the offer, and it's a way to protect small farms in all the regions. So for us, it's not negotiable.
It's not negotiable. It's been this case for some time. In fact, back in 2024, in January, the British government walked away from the negotiation table because of this factor. And this is not just one thing. It's not just the dairy. It's across the board. Canada's been a bad actor on this for some time, and it now it's coming home to roost, and even from the side of China. Now, when are the Canadian politicians going to jump out and boycott all Chinese products? Is that going to happen? Well, probably likely not. Now, China just imposed retaliatory tariffs on Canadian farm and food products. That's right. Back, you know, maybe you don't remember this, but a year ago, Justin Trudeau made the announcement that they were going to put a 100% tariff on Chinese auto manufacturers. That's right. Anything produced out of China for electric vehicles, 100% tariff. And China just went, okay, like they like the United States has been doing for a long time, walked away and said, we see. Now they've come to the table with a 100% tariff on a lot of Canadian farm and food products. Now this is why you see the headline from the Toronto Star saying Canada is caught in a double trade war now, and one premier is urging Ottawa to drop its fight against China. Why don't we drop our fight against the United States? What is going on here? We don't seem to want to drop that fight, but elbows up, folks, when it comes to our longest and biggest trading partner in the world. Canada tariffs on Canadian seafood is going to add to trade uncertainty. This is further trade tariffs from China. They're now going to put tariffs on our seafood. China intend to slap a 25% tariff on Canadian seafood products, adds another layer of uncertainty to an industry already threatened by U.S. duties, say sector representatives in Atlantic Canada. This is where we're at. We have not been absolutely the best on this. And what's happening? Well, now the U.S. is going to be slapping more things on Canadians, and this is an interesting one. So, Canadians, they say that they were going to boycott America and not go to America. Well, snowbirds are still going. They're going in droves. It's not slowing down. And now there's new rules coming for Canadians that are entering the United States. It may be more difficult. We've always taken advantage of this fact that we have free reign to enter the United States at any time for any reason. Well, now there might be some restrictions coming.
Canadian snowbirds are being advised to pay close attention to a new rule coming into effect south of the border, requiring them to be registered with U.S. immigration.
The day Donald Trump took office, he signed an executive order that amid all the recent tariff chaos didn't get much attention. Called Protecting the American People Against Invasion, it's aimed at curbing illegal immigration but includes Canadians, requiring, quote, all aliens over 14 who remain in the U.S. for 30 days or longer to be registered and potentially fingerprinted. It's possible Canadians will just have to register their address and travel plans on a website, but the details aren't yet available, and it's a change that's created confusion.
People are very worried.
It's one more thing.
Sorry, I just have to comment on that. It's so funny that they interviewed a lady and then they probably had her on for half an hour or something, and that's all they used. People are worried. Yes, people are worried.
That may cause some Canadians to rethink going south. Already some are boycotting U.S. travel. Though Florida's governor this week made fun of that and noted last year 3 million Canadians visited Florida.
That's not much of a boycott in my book. Maybe they wanted to get a glimpse of what a Stanley Cup winning hockey team actually looks like.
If you want to be, and this is actually kind of interesting. You want to do the hockey analogies, the elbows up. You want to do all of that. If you really cared about the trade situation, Canada, if these politicians, why are they not advocating to pull the hockey teams from the or any of the sports from any American sports leagues? Well, we all know the answer to that. It's not serious. And fundamentally, Canada is becoming less and less of a serious country. Now, for all intents and purposes, when it comes to travel restrictions, most other countries, you have to get a visa to enter the United States. My wife is Japanese. When we travel to the US, she has to get a visitor visa, even if she's just going there to travel through. So this is a reality that Canadians don't understand, because it's been so good for so long for Canadians, and we haven't been reciprocal on the goodness. We've been really bad on trade and protectionism for a very long time, and this is what's happening now. America is no longer putting up with it, so we'll see how this ends up. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below, but until then, we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.